Namaskar, Balrajan. You're welcome to our Seva segments. You guys bring to you guys almost every whenever we come across a good non-profit organization doing some wonderful work, we bring up the segment for you guys. So today also we actually have someone who actually we're gonna have one very special guest on the show today, talking about the initiative which they do back in India. It's a wonderful initiative. We'll talk to him for sure when he gets online in a few minutes. But in the meantime, if you want to know more about the Seva segments, you can check it out on our Facebook and also on our.
Radio Tihari's page on Facebook and also on Radio Tihari's YouTube channel, Banujan. And if you're wondering what are Altu Haltu talking about with regard to the Seva segments, well, Banujan, one thing that adds value to all our lives is the fact that we are always in service of the other person.
That's true.
Think about it. We truly exist because of the other.
Yeah, that's very true.
I mean, otherwise, if your existence is not validated because of the presence of another person or another human being or another living being for that matter, you really almost cease to exist because nobody else is is validating your presence. I know who I am because I know that I'm Faltu Rani because there is an Altu Baba who acknowledges that there is an annoying Faltu Rani.
That's very true.
Likewise,
That's very true. I agree with you, the Faltari.
like-
I do acknowledge the fact there's an annoying Faltari right there.
that is exactly right. So at the same time, the Faltu Rani only is able to validate the presence of an Altu Baba as annoying as he is. And,
What? That's impossible.
and at the same time, we really don't, our existence does not matter if it was not for you. Our wonderful bandhus who tune into our show every single day. And when we're not there, I mean, when have you heard listeners call and give galis to us saying, why are you not on air? I waited for you. I'm like, why are you not coming on? Kyun nahi aa rahe ho? My life is so stressful. The only thing I look forward to. These are things that real people tell us, Banuchan, every single day and every single place. We were in Sacramento. Somebody met me in Sacramento. I was at Delhi airport. Somebody recognized me at Delhi airport.
They recognize Delhi airport as what? For what? For what reason?
As I'm the Faltu Rani, aapko kahin dekha, aapko kahin, and then the one person actually on the return journey, one lady bumped into me, and as I was struggling with my big bags and trying to sing, she's like, Faltu Rani, and waves out to me. So it's like, it's so awesome.
It must have been a special moment for you.
It was, but I was really struggling with like 4 big bags, and there was a lot of stuff that I was
saw
carrying.
those bags. Seriously.
Yes.
What
yes.
were you smoggling something out there?
No.
We'll bring you something
Well,
here.
either ways, that's not the point, Altu Baba. What I'm talking about is the fact that we're all in existence today for a bigger purpose, for a purpose of being able to be there for each other. And what is really incredible, Banujan, is the fact that there are some wonderful human beings who make this their life's mission.
Yep.
And whenever we come across people like that, it just it touches our heart, because if you know, Media Mahima is a non-profit organization as well, and when it is founded on the principles of what Mahima ji always talked about, and her life's philosophy was किसी की मुस्कुराहटों पे हो निसार, किसी का दर्द ले सके तो ले उधार, किसी के वास्ते हो तेरे दिल में प्यार, जीना इसी का नाम है, right? So in keeping with that, you are already aware that we every year since 2011, right, Altu Baba, we've been doing the Seva segments.
That's true.
And incidentally, one of the Sevadharis that who had come across our Seva segments and whom we have interviewed several times on our show, actually talked to us about this incredible human being
That's
who is
true.
doing some wonderful work back home in India.
Let me also say this. Actually, what we do is when we meet people out here, they inspire us. And one such person who's inspired us big time was the Yogi Bhai, who actually is one of our mentors and also one of our I should say well-wishers, who
Yeah.
actually does wonderful work in the space of seva, I should say, right?
Truly in the space of Seva, and his compassion and his kindness is evident in that ever smiling face of his.
That's true.
There's never, I have never ever heard him say no.
No, that's true. No, I have heard him say no.
No, I haven't heard him say no. I really haven't heard him say no. It's
Ask him for
not
discount,
possible.
you'll know. Just kidding. Okay, right now let's do one thing. Let's bring across one of our guests who actually is here. Another young, I would say, a social entrepreneur of some sorts.
Mhm.
This is we're talking about Sai Prasad
Yeah.
Ivaturi. Let's bring him on right now. Welcome, Sai. How are you doing? Can you hear us clearly?
Yes, I can. Hello. Thanks for having me here.
Okay,
My
so
name
give
is
us a few
Prasad.
minutes. Yes, let me just get the audio for your thing going. Faltari, please continue.
Yes, so let me quickly tell you, Ranjan, about Sai ji, who's joining us, Sai Prasad ji, who's joining us. He is actually the CEO and trustee of the Sri Satya Sai Annapurna Trust, and also the Sri Madhusudan Sai Global Humanitarian Mission. And he has been doing incredible work, and we are to get him on air with us. I'm going to also say that ask him himself as to what is thousands and thousands of people back home in India. So are we?
Yeah, go on. We can hear him. Go on, go on.
So first of all, Sai Prasad ji, on behalf of Media Mahima and Radio Dihodis, welcome to the Seva segment on Radio Dihodis.
Thank you very much, and thanks for the Media Mahima and for having me today. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. And Sai Prasad ji, at get go, I want to ask you. What exactly is and also if you could tell us a little bit about the work that you do through this trust and share it with our Bandhujan. Mm-hmm. 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 Uh-huh. Your audio there. Go ahead.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, you said 9
Yes.
million children. Is that what you said?
9 million, yes. Yes, it's 9 million school children across 106,000 schools,
Wow.
25 states, 25 states and 4 union territories, making us the largest morning nutritional intervention of its kind managed by a private body in the period in India and abroad.
Wow. So this is all over India that you provide a morning nutrition for children who in elementary school. Is that correct? Wow. So, and this is obviously, it's a free program, and it's something that the trust, the Annapurna Trust, is providing. So, tell me how did this mission actually start, and how grave is this issue when it comes to hunger back home in India, and how much has it helped resolve the issue of children attending school, Sai Prasad ji?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
Mm.
Mhm. Mhm. Mm.
Mm. Mm.
Mm.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Mm.
Mhm.
Mm. Mhm. Mm.
Mhm. Correct.
Mm.
Mhm.
Mhm. Mm. Mm. Mhm.
Oh,
Mm.
wow.
Mm.
Mhm.
Mm.
Mhm.
Wonderful. This is it's such a wonderful thing. In fact, there's a very big saying which I always follow is "Bhuke pet bhajan hai bhai."
Mhm.
So if you're hungry, obviously you will not feel able to do anything else, right? And you
Yeah.
guys are addressing the fact of nutrition, which I would understand is the fact that they are also a little more peppy in the morning because they actually are. They've got the needed thing and the attention span also they will probably increased and
Correct.
they'll be more excited as kids. That's wonderful you guys are doing. But I want to ask you this one thing because all our Seva segments, what we do is we look for inspiration. I think your story is pretty inspirational because I've heard from other people about you and everything. So tell me a little bit about how did you get into this?
Right.
You are technically you were in the IT industry before. You were in a different industry totally. So what got you into social entrepreneurship? Can you talk a little bit about that? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Ah. Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Mm. Mhm. Mm.
Mhm. Mhm.
Mm. Mhm. Mhm.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
Mhm. Mm. Wonderful. In fact, all the people listening to us right now or watching us right now, if you're still on the fence about doing something, just go ahead and do it. That's what we always say. And you'll find the calling. You find the calling somewhere in the back of the mind or back of the heart, might be there. Just do it and see what happens. So I really want to ask you this question because I know that, we happen to meet up with one of our common friends. And he was a person connected to you with us. And I'm like, I want to ask you as to one, your purpose of coming here into America? What is the focus on that? Is that something where our listeners, our bandhus listening to right now, can probably join you in your efforts, or I don't know how they can support you? Can you talk about that? Are you looking to expand the operations which you have, which you already talked about? Yes, you are, because there is a need for this thing to grow in India, right? So, can you talk a little bit about that with us as to what your goal is for today, in your visit over here in the US? Mm-hmm. 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 Mm. Mm. Mhm. Mhm.
Mhm.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
things can be achieved.
Okay, wonderful. So we do have some people. Yeah, okay. Now I think we had some. I'm so sorry. In between, we had actually lost some of the audio which is there. So, but we're going to come back, and I wish we could actually do one more segment with you if possible. I don't know how long you're going to be here, but we'd love to see if we can do one more segment with you and talk about the other things which you're going to have, other initiatives you have running right now with your place. So, quickly, going to ask you if they want to join you, how can they join you? Is there a website they can go to, or do you think we can actually send them to a phone number or a what would you say is the best form of reaching you?
Yeah, all of the above. You can go to www.annapurna.org.in.
Okay.
That you will find a lot of information. ANNAPOORNA.org.in. That has got a whole lot of information about what we are doing, where we are doing, why we are doing, and some of the technical documents of which talks about the safety and certifications of what we are doing, given that we are dealing with young children and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So all of those things are the credentials are available, and different ways in which people participate. We have over 150 to 175 corporate partners who do CSR related work to work with us and so on. All of that information is available, and you can always share my number as well. And it's +919632022331, and you're most welcome to reach me on either on phone or WhatsApp, and we can take things from there.
Absolutely. And Bandhujan, for those of you just joining us, we apologize for the audio drop there with regard to our guest, but we will, if he has the bandwidth, we will try to re-ask that question so that you can actually understand the incredible amount of seva and service that they're offering to so many people who are in need across the entire subcontinent, and also in other countries. There's some wonderful work that they're doing. The person we're speaking with is Mr. Sai Prasad Ivaturi, who is the CEO and a trustee of the Sri Satya Sai Annapurna Trust, and also of the Sri Madhusudan Sai Global Humanitarian Mission. The Sri Satya Sai Annapurna Trust feeds children across, if I'm not mistaken, please correct me if I'm wrong, Sai Garu. It is, I think you said, 25 states and 4 union territories across and 9 million children get early morning.
90 lakh children, and it will become, starting May, we are getting the next, the final, it will become an even 10 million. And our goal is to get to about 20 million by next year. And we'll continue to keep growing till the no child go to school. Let no child go to school hungry ever is our mission.
Incredible. And of course, prior to this, we talked about the amount of impact it's having on children who are in terms of their overall physical health and also overall quality of life. Because obviously when children are healthy and they're going to school, they're getting an education, their quality of life also improves because their opportunities are more equitable at making it as successful citizens who can give back to society. I think on behalf of all of us here, heartfelt gratitude to you and everybody at the mission, Sai Prasad ji, for all the incredible work that you're doing. Before you go, I do want to ask, if you could share a little bit about the work that you're doing with the Sri Madhusudan Sai Global Humanitarian Mission. I happen to read that you are doing work not only in India but also outside of India with regard to this. Could you share, please?
That is correct. So the Annapurna is part of the Sri Madhusudan Sai Global Humanitarian Mission. There are 3 verticals of nutrition, education, and healthcare. The nutrition I just talked about is 9 million, and we also are present in about 5 other countries like Sri Lanka and Nigeria and Malaysia and so on. So that's one thing. The education, we provide free values-based education for rural, underprivileged children. We have to over 5,000 boys and girls. We have about 38 institutions and about 28 campuses in about 20 districts and 3 states, where we provide totally free, which means
no tuition fee, no hostel expenses, no personal expenses, nothing. So they come with their clothes on in sixth grade, and they can go on till 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, and the university. We have a free university, Sri Satyasai University for Human Excellence. We have apart from the science and arts and all the other things. We also have courses in dance, music, and Vedic studies, and so on. So that's our education side of the house. In terms of healthcare, we run a huge number of free hospitals, totally free of hospitals, are free of cost. That's about 16 hospitals. About 10 of them are in India, and about 6 of them are in abroad. They are in Haryana, they are in Raipur, Chhattisgarh, we have in Kharghar, Navi Mumbai, we have Siddipet, Telangana, we have Mudanhalli in our world headquarters in near Bangalore, and then we have mother and child hospitals in Yavatmal, Maharashtra. We have in Jamshedpur, we have Raiwala, Uttarakhand, and then outside we have in Sri Lanka, which is a war-torn, strife-torn widows, where Bataklava, which is near Jaffna. And then we have a free children's hospital in Fiji, which serves the entire archipelago of islands around the South Pacific. Otherwise, the nearest one is Australia and New Zealand. And so that's one. We have a couple in Nigeria, Imo and Ibu. We also are looking at in USA. We have taken a big leap forward in terms of starting with a small medical center in the Bible Belt of Mississippi, Clarksdale, Mississippi, in the Mississippi Delta region. That will be a full-fledged hospital in a year. And we are looking for, and then we also do a lot of impact sourcing. In other words, we in USA we have about 6 centers where poor, underprivileged people are taken from the neighborhood, and they are taught IT, like artificial intelligence, IT, and so on, and they're trained and they become experts, and they're deployed as outsourcing to companies like JP Morgan and so on.
Oh, wow.
Absolutely life-changing experiences, because someone who is from the streets, they grow and they become they can grow through the ranks, or they can go to another company, and then so it's like an entirely a life-altering experience. An entire families taken out from the rural from poverty, generation poverty, and they become so we have in Clarksdale, Mississippi, Pine Bluff, Arkansas, DeKalb near Atlanta, Georgia. We have a center in Brooklyn in New Jersey. A new one is recently created in Bronx. We started having a little bit in San Jose, but due to COVID around that time we had to close, but we're going to restart again. So we have about centers so far, and we are growing. That's called the People Shores. So this is called the impact sourcing. A lot of transformational service that we are doing right here in America as well. So it's a rather large mission, which is a Sri Madhusudan Sai Global Humanitarian Mission, founded by Sri Madhusudan Sai, a distinguished alumnus of the Satyasai Baba ecosystem, that he started after Baba passed in April 2011. In the last 8 years alone, all of these institutions raised to prominence.
Wonderful.
That's a little bit about.
Wonderful. And of course, people just tuning in right now, we are in conversation with Sai Prasad Ivaturi, who's a CFO and trustee at the Sri Satyasai Annapurna Trust. And we actually, we were talking about the annapurna.org.in initiative, but we also noticed the other things going on there. Ton of things what you're doing, and I just want to say we're filled with gratitude that you're doing these things for the community, you and the team of volunteers who are there. I would love for our bandhus, if you're all listening right now and you want to you feel the urge to actually support them or want to learn more about how we can go about supporting them.
Or how can you get involved?
Yeah.
If you want to be involved in some which way, then Alto Baba has put down the website information, especially if it's with regard to the food initiative and the nutrition initiative. But also you could reach out to Sai Prasad ji. If you want to ping us or message us as well, we can connect you up with Sai Prasad ji in order to be able to see how you can get involved in the in either mission that they are working on here and across the world as well. But Sai Prasad ji, for what it's worth, I will tell you that it's incredible the amount of work that you're doing. There's several areas of need and several areas of support across the globe. I would say across everywhere in the universe. But definitely, if there is a way in, I'm not sure if Sri. This humanitarian mission has worked on working with or on improving quality of life or working with individuals with neurodevelopmental disorders like autism and cerebral palsy and Down syndrome and things like that. I definitely would say that's one highly ignored area of need for individuals and their families across the globe. And especially in India and in countries like Nigeria and Africa and many other places, there's a lot of resources that are lacking. And we would urge since you are involved in that mission, you're one of the people who is one of the thought leaders in that area, we would urge you to think about that segment of the population as well, and let us know if there's anything that.
I'd like to respond to that. I want to tell you that we are running one big, hairy, audacious experiment, which is the world's first totally free of cost medical college for rural.
Okay.
That was inaugurated by Prime Minister Modi ji last year, and that required a lot of adjunct hospitals and so on, 24 disciplines.
Yeah.
And really large one that's coming very close to Bangalore, and it has all of these specializations. And so we are really very committed to both the research as well as the treatment in each of these areas. So if you think that there are like-minded people who would like to be part of this, we will provide a very good test bed, and we are attracting a lot of world-class doctors in these areas, both in person as well as online. We are also doing telemedicine as well. So the medical college, which is totally free of cost, is a big thing that we are working on, and each of the disciplines will definitely be addressed should we get the right opportunity.
Absolutely. And thank you so much for everything that you're doing. And definitely we will be in touch with regard to this as well. I know because we personally work with nonprofits here that work with this community also. So again, thank you on behalf of all our bandhus and everybody here at Radio Tihoris for taking valuable time out of your day to be able to talk to us about the amazing work that you're doing, and we look forward to hopefully connecting with you and also supporting whatever you're doing, and our bandhus also stepping up to see how they can be of value to support all the work that you do. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for having me, bandhus, and say the Seva segment. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
And that, Bandhujan, was our Seva segment for today with Mr. Sai Prasad Ivaturi from the Sri Satya Sai Annapurna Trust, and of course also the I did talk to you about the wonderful Sri Madhusudan Sai Global Humanitarian Mission and the work that they're doing. If you'd like to get more information, you can look at the screen that we did put up the information, annapurna.org.in, to get more information about what we just discussed. We will be back with Therapy Thursdays, and let's tell you, one of the biggest forms of therapy, Bandhujan, is always seva. Seva of the other. We'll be back right after this quick break.